Spot Illusion, and you see our amazing. Is it gonna play?
Hello.
Is it gonna play? There's applause, amazing echo! Yay!
Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, and the crowd goes. So anyway, so we wanted to talk about stupid questions that we got in our lives, in our, well, let's put it in our business, in our careers we had picked. You know, we came across some pretty crazy questions, so I figured it'd be fun to do some little arts and crafts along with it. So
Yes, and I have from this Disney coloring book, and one of my favorite Disney ones was Bambi. So I got the mama and the Bambi baby. That's what I'm going to be coloring.
And I've been trying to work on it for a while. So I'm going to try to work on this. I've been working on it. I got it glued together. That's as far as I got. I have all the string. Okay. I put it together a long time ago, and then I just put it on hold. So I thought, okay, today's a good day to do that. So, yeah. So how's it going today for you, Echo, today?
Well, my day was good. I did get some things accomplished, which was good. But I had trouble with that premiere, which kind of made me a little anxious. But I finally got it and finally got it done. So that's all water under the bridge, as they say.
Yeah.
But talking about stupid questions, I used to get people at Walmart all the time that would, it's like my favorite comeback was always, I don't know, I just work here, but it's like they would ask you like, why is such and such and such and such? I really don't know. I just work here, and it's like, why would you think I would know the answer to these silly, questions? Especially around Black Friday time. When I first started working at Walmart, they still did the Black Friday where it was early that Friday morning and the store was closed the night before. And you had
to set up for it.
Yeah. And the people had to stand outside.
Isn't that what you did? You did the setup?
Yeah. Well, when you worked on the front end, you had to not only make sure everything was going to be set right and priced right and things like that, but you also had to make sure you had all the registers open and ready to go and people in place to carry stuff out, if they purchased big items. And then a lot of it, I don't know if you've ever been to Walmart when they have those Black Friday sales, but they have things out on display, and a lot of it you just go, and if you get one, you can buy it. But then there are certain things they do where you have to get a ticket. And then you take your ticket and you go stand in another line, and then you get your item from there, and then you got to go stand in another line to pay for it. So we would always hear, well, why can't I just pay for it? I've got the item. Da, 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 da. It's like, well, because, it is the way it is because this is how they want to do it. I don't know really the reason. I can't really tell you like a good reason for it other than that's the way, that they're doing it. But
yeah, I wasn't in the corporate office when they made this decision.
Yes. I was not privy to the decision-making process. So I don't know other than to tell you, this is the way, hello, Aria, this is the way that we are doing it. That's all I, could really
Right.
tell anybody. And that was never good enough, And then the thing was always, now the store would be a total disaster area after, it we opened and everybody rushed in and everybody, grabbed up what they wanted. And what a lot of people would do is they would get stuff they really
Yeah.
wanted to purchase, but they would get it in their buggy so that somebody else couldn't get it until they decided if they were going to get it or not. But we'd always have people ask us, do you have more of these in the back?
Right.
No, that, first come, first serve. That's the whole idea. You had been here when we opened,
Right.
The people who stood in line for several hours,
Right.
they got the ones. Or you'd get people that would
Oh
come
my
in
gosh. Yeah.
after the sale and still want the sale price. And what a lot of people didn't even realize at Walmart, they get certain
Right.
merchandise for those sales. It's not the merchandise off the shelf.
Right.
So if you come
Oh
after the
no.
sale, you can't get the item off the shelf and get it for that price, And people did not understand that at all.
Yeah.
And they would, well, I don't know why I can't get, well,
Yeah.
because sale. It's like, do you not understand the whole concept of
Right.
a Black Friday sale?
No, they don't.
They
Oh,
don't.
they don't care. They don't care.
And then what the employees would do.
Well, Walmart. Speaking of Walmarts and how crazy it gets, there was a when I worked at the big box, do it yourself home improvement thing. There was a Walmart in that shopping center of one of them I worked at, and we worked, the ones that traveled around, and I was one of them. We worked very hard not to work that particular big box store on Black Friday because that Walmart was fierce.
Yeah.
Every single year, excuse me, folks, but every single year on Black Friday, they'd have a shooting. Every single year over Black Friday, they would have a shooting at the Walmart. It was insane. That's how insane Walmart shoppers get, folks. Just like
yes, Walmart shoppers are.
Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to say one of the funniest things. It wasn't a stupid question, but it was really a funny thing that happened one year. They have, at the jewelry counter, when you have like something on layaway or whatever, you go up and, you give them your name, right. And then they, get the order for you, and then they'll like call out your name, and then you come to the register to pay. Well, one year, right, there was two ladies who had ordered the same man something in the jewelry department, and they call and they gave the name as Mrs. whatever, whoever. And when they called for Mrs. whoever, two women both came to the counter. Now, they didn't know about each other, of course. Hi, Maya. And so here they are.
Oh, shoot.
Upset because, what do you mean you're Mrs. So-and-so? I'm Mrs. So-and-so or whatever. And they just went at, they were pulling each other's hair out. They were just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to call the law up there because,
it gets intense.
They were definitely, going to fight each other over that. And it was just so hilarious because of all times, here it is.
A piece of jewelry.
The Christmas holiday, right. And here it is, a piece of jewelry that shouldn't be causing a big to-do. But yet, it definitely did. And it was one of the biggest fights that we had at the store where I worked. We weren't in really a bad neighborhood or anything, and we normally it wasn't too bad with fights and things like that. But that was probably one of the funniest ones
Uh-huh.
that I had to deal with. And and it's like you don't want to get involved in a fight because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what they're capable of and
Right.
and it's kind of like, yeah, okay, we called the police. The police are coming. Y'all need to stop. You need to break it up. You need to go on because the law is
Yeah.
coming. They act like, well, they don't care. But now, I don't know. Did y'all have a lot of shoplifting? We had a lot of shoplifting.
Oh yeah. Because we had big tools. Big tools
Yeah,
was always a big thing.
yeah. Well,
So we had the big, Makitas and Dremels and expensive $500-$600 tools just laying around. You know what I mean? They would try to do
Mhm.
shopping carts of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we used to have a lot
But
of people try to steal meat, um, from in the
okay,
grocery section. They would just fill up a shopping cart of meat, and then they would just try to
uh-huh.
walk right out the door with it. I guess that's kind of like for the
Uh-huh.
stupid
Yeah, that's what they would do with these
criminals.
tools, these big old huge tools.
And just put them in the buggy and try to walk out.
Yeah, because
Or
we
they
always
would
had a
just,
meeting every morning. And as soon as the store opened, as soon as the store opened, we had a 6 o'clock meeting, and I always thought it was so silly. So at 6 o'clock, these people that knew the routine would show up,
ah,
with
okay.
cart in hand, and I'm like, you guys are just setting yourself up for this stuff, guys. But again, I don't know why they do what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't. Corporate decided that.
Well, when I worked overnight, there's emergency exit doors throughout the store, and we would go to lunch between 2 and 4. So some people went from 2 to 3, and some people went from 3 to 4. But if you were a
Oh,
regular in
welcome,
that,
other.
hi other, if you were
Uh huh.
a regular, shopper, you would know that between that time frame, you probably weren't going to see any managers on the floor, and it was going to be pretty much, a lesser amount of people working because
Yeah.
half of them were at lunch. Well, one night somebody decided to try to go out the emergency door in from the pharmacy,
Right.
and you should have seen people
Oh,
coming
okay.
running when they heard that alarm going. It was like, oh my goodness. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense. If you're going to do something like that, you're going to do it when there's not many people around, you know, or at least you would think that's when somebody would do it.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
stopped
Because
the
if
lady.
they're good at it, then they would know. They would watch the best time to take advantage of the weakness. When is the weak times?
Right. And they would also have,
And we would see the same group every day. It's wild.
somebody out in the parking lot or in a car pulled up, right out front
Hmm.
of the store. And as soon as they came out, they'd be in the car and gone, in a matter of minutes. So it wasn't like anybody was ever going to get a
Yeah, that's
license
what other was
plate
saying.
or
Yeah.
try to, actually catch them or whatever. But I stopped a lady one night. She went through the door, and the door started alarming, and I was like, just a minute,
Uh huh.
ma'am, and oh, Maya wants to know, what are you making with the yarn? she is making what'd you call it?
Who? Who wants to know this?
Maya or Maya, M-A.
I'm making a God's eye, honey.
Okay.
I guess you could see her on this. You should be able to see
I'm
her
making
on
a God's
that.
eye.
Yeah, right here. Maya, aka Alice in Art Supply Hoarderland. Hoarderland. Alice in Wonderland, but Hoarderland. Okay, gotcha. But anyway,
I'm
she
making
is a God's eye.
eye, honey.
Interesting. But anyhow, so the lady, didn't look like she had anything that would make the alarm go off. She had a pretty good sized pocketbook sitting in the, the top of the buggy, the baby seat area, right? And so I said, I'm sorry, but, the alarm went off or whatever. And, I just need to, make sure everything's okay or whatever. And she was like, oh, well, I don't know why, the alarm would go off. And I said, well, I don't know either. And then she picks up her pocketbook and she says, well, do you think it's all this makeup that I've got right here in the buggy? And I was like, yeah, that could very well be what it is. And she said, well, I wasn't stealing it or anything. I forgot my money in the car and I was just going to go out to the car and get my money. And I'm like, why would you be taking the makeup with you? And she had it all concealed up under that purse, So I said, well, I'll tell you what, you leave the buggy here. Yeah, under the pocketbook. I said, you leave the buggy here with me and you go on out to your car. And then when you come back in, we'll ring you up. Well, of course, she walked out the door and never saw her again. So, but yeah, like I was going to be that stupid that I was going to, believe that she was just going to carry it out to the car. And I felt like saying, well, you got that big old pocketbook. Why isn't your money in
come back?
Pocketbook? It's like, I don't know where she kept her money, but it obviously wasn't in her pocketbook. But now my ex-husband worked security at the mall and they had a Sears store. Okay. And people would bring in a baby a stroller, a baby stroller, no baby though. And they would have all this stuff.
Oh, those were always busy.
Stroller, using it like it was a shopping cart or whatever. But it was a stroller. And I don't know how many times he would come home and tell me, oh, we got more shoplifters using the baby stroller technique, It's like, yeah, we watch out for baby strollers.
The stroller.
Yeah. But now when you would see people come in the door and they would have
and they'll even put things under the babies in the strollers.
Yeah. And they if they have a large bag and it's empty, then you see them later and that bag is full. It's like, okay, what have you got there? But there's so many rules about when you can stop somebody and how and what you can do and all of that. People used to get in trouble all the time because
how you can touch them and can't touch them.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to leave the store. If they go out the door, you can call the law and try to get a license plate number, but you're not supposed to physically go out that door and like try to chase them down. The object is to try to get the cart or whatever away from them before they get out the door, But I never thought I could get away with it enough to try to shoplift anything. But some people, that's how they got what they needed. They didn't care.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It was a mess, though.
Okay, silly things that was said to me. Okay, Other's father got me with this, and this will tell you the age of when we got together.
Okay.
Stupid things people have said. He said to me, Donuts make my brown eyes blue. I don't know if you remember that song
I do.
by Crystal Gale. Don't
Yeah.
it make my brown eyes? Yeah, yeah. And he said, "Donuts make my brown eyes blue." And I can tell you right now, that man won my heart with that stupid joke. Stupid. And Other's father is like that. He's just a cornball. Just a cornball. Yeah.
Yeah, my ex-husband was too.
Anyway,
He was a
yeah,
big
he's got a good heart. He does.
practical joker, and um, he still, if you ever look at his Facebook, he shares some of the corniest things, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
it's just funny. Some of
Now,
the things
comments that was made to me, here's another music line, is, if I told you I had a beautiful body, would you hold it against
hold
me?
it against
Remember that
me.
line in that song?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall? If I told
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was said all the time in bars. And they always thought they just dreamt it up. And they would grin at you like there was the biggest thing. That's the best line. And I'm like, if that's the best line you can come up with, honey, you need to say that. Because I've already heard it 10 times tonight.
Right.
You remember that song too?
Yeah.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Some
It's amazing what they think is clever
yeah, I was going to say some of them just really lack imagination.
when they get half hammered.
Yeah.
They do. They do. And I'm like, I'm sorry, honey. Okay. Thank you for playing.
Well,
Anyway,
like
so
stupid.
stupid questions. I have a stupid question for you, Echo.
Okay.
And everybody else. My other's keeper, Kim is here. Other restrained. Oh, we got both others here. Huh?
Both others.
Is it more?
Hello, Kim.
Both others. And you know when I go running around with other, and go to his get-togethers and stuff like that, they call me Other's mother.
Other's mother.
That's my name, Other's mother. So there's another other thrown in there. Anyway. So I don't know if Arya's still here, but I'm glad Kim's here. So my question to you and to everybody else out there in YouTube land, what color is a mirror?
Ooh. What color is a mirror?
Isn't that good?
Yeah. I am. Well, it's not,
Right? I guess it would
really
depend on your perspective.
I would say it's more silverish, but it's not even silver. It just, I don't know. It doesn't really have like a color because it depends on what it's reflecting too. Would make a difference.
But when you look in it, whatever it's reflecting, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like say that you, we used to do, and my daughter had a little Christmas village.
Interesting, isn't it?
And we would take a mirror and use that, and that was the pond, the iced over pond for the Christmas village. But You know, an iced over lake or pond is, like ice. It's kind of got more of a white tinge to it than a clear,
Reflective.
Yeah.
Hello, farmer wife. Oh, you're on my team. Hello. Okay, she says white but reflects different colors. Yes. Hello, Lee. Welcome. He said, hi, everyone, listening and working on cleaning train tracks to run a train. Hello, Star. Welcome.
Excuse me. I'm breaking things. Oh, nice. Hi, everyone. Hi, Star.
Guess what Star's doing? She finally downloaded.
And Joan is here.
Oh, hi,
And
Joan.
Farm Wife
Oh,
is here.
the raid from Stars. They just got done, I guess.
What's that?
Star was live. And I guess they're coming over to raid us from Stars.
Okay.
Well, welcome, everyone. And Kathy.
Oh, okay.
Here is a blue butterfly wings for you. Hello, everyone. And Star, we normally do our
welcome.
Our self-care Sunday. We've been doing it at 2:00, but I want to change that to 3:00 so that we don't overlap with Star, because she goes live at 1:00 my time. So that'll give her 2 hours, and then we'll go on at 3 instead of 2. And then maybe some people will be able to join us that are normally over there with Star. So we'll start that next Sunday. We'll go at 3 instead of 2.
Oh, for sure.
And that still gives us a long enough time frame before Suno Warriors over at Reverend Dreams at 7. So I submitted another song this week, so I want to be there at 7 to see how that goes. I did it again. I wrote like 3 songs, and I had the hardest time picking which one.
Between those, huh?
Do what now?
We want to do it in between those two. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
In between Star and Reverend? Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is Star downloaded OBS, and she said that she wants to be able to play her music because she writes so many songs on the Suno that she's starting a new channel.
Okay.
Just to play her music on. There's Have Coloring Books Will Travel.
Okay.
Hello, welcome. Anyway, so I will put that link. I'll probably do a community post about it and have the link so y'all can go over and subscribe to her music channel.
Okay.
But she'll start doing some longer, maybe evening type streams with the playing her music. So that's going to be really good. I'm excited about that. But I'm glad that she finally got
nice. Congratulations.
OBS and take a look at it. It really is pretty neat. Now, I know I had trouble last night with the sound thing, but that was so silly. It was so easy once Stephanie got me to the right place. And I was like, just.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to bother Stephanie about it. I wanted to try to do it on my own. And I was like, I'm just going to mess with it and see if I can do it. And then all of a sudden, Stephanie called me and she was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm live on OBS and I can't get my sound to work. She was like, oh my goodness. All right, let's figure this out. And so we did, but it was funny. But that OBS
She's so
is
sweet.
So different. It's like I'm not used to it at all. And it is a little overwhelming when you just are sitting there in front of the controls and you're like, now, where would I put this information? Like if I was the the one designing this. Where would it be? And then when I finally,
Right.
figured it out with her help, I was like, no, that's just silly that I could not figure that out. But I think once you get frustrated, you can't think straight anymore. And then you're like, okay, I'm lost.
Oh no.
And I didn't want to stop the stream because I really wanted to figure it out. And I know it's just like the Nightbot. You've got to be live to figure out your bugs and get it to work right. And I was like, I don't want to stop, but I want it to work like it's supposed to.
So everybody can figure it out,
Yes, because I do want to help everybody be able to do it because it's so cool and so much fun. And I went a little longer last night than I planned on, but that's because I fell asleep and then I didn't wake up. And when I woke up, I was like, 12 hours. Oh no, I got to cut it off. So I had to hurry up and end it. But I got something like 150 something views on it. So that was good.
Nice.
But then
I wouldn't mind doing like a long premiere.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind doing
seeing
something like that.
That's the thing when you
Like
do so
premiere,
much
like
on between
4-hour
StreamYard
premiere
and
where I could just
Restream,
chat. I wouldn't mind.
everything is always so limited, because they want you to buy their most expensive packages. And so they don't give you where you can do stuff for very long like that, So that's one nice thing about the OBS.
Right.
It's 100% free. So you can Farm Wife says, first time here, what are you making with the yarn? She is making a God's eye. If you know what that means, it is, I wouldn't call it a dream catcher, but kind of sort of on that.
It's on that realm.
Yeah.
It's a hippy dippy thing.
Hippy dippy.
Hippy dippy. I have stuff to make a dream catcher too. So it's amazing what I have stuck around there. I'm in BC, Canada. Oh, okay. I think that's close to where BJ is. Isn't he in BC?
British Columbia? Yeah.
I think so.
I think he's near Vancouver too. But
okay, the same area.
Yeah.
It's
My other's keeper is in Saskatchewan. I probably didn't say that right.
There it is, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really getting into Canadian shows, Canadian humor. So I'm sorry. We're on the same piece of dirt, but the sense of humor is different. And I'm just really getting into it a lot. It's funny. It is. I'm not insulting anyone. Please don't think I'm trying to insult anyone. But Canadian humor is a combination of like U.S. humor and British humor. It's a combo. It's a blend, and it's really funny. I like British humor, so.
Yeah, and Star said she's
my favorite show is Absolutely Fabulous. That is my absolutely favorite show.
She's from Manitoba.
Manitoba?
In Canada as well. Let me see. I'm trying to pick a brown for my trees.
I don't know. I was only in Canada. Hmm.
It's really funny. Until I came
Oh,
on
I
YouTube,
see.
I didn't know anybody who lived in Canada. And I never even really knew like where Canada was or how big it was or, anything like that. It's like I've learned
Canada's
so much.
huge.
Yes, I've
It's
learned so much
huge.
since I've been on here about, well, really about a lot of different countries, but I have a lot of friends that live in Canada. Oh no, this is purple. I thought you were brown. You looked brown, but now you
We
look
see a
purple.
lot to Vancouver, British Columbia. We went there a lot in the spring. And then my mother at one time was married to a gentleman from Niagara on the Lake. So we went there one time.
Oh,
So I got to see Niagara Falls, stuff like that. It was really cool. Yeah. I know probably people in Canada, it's not a big deal, but us in the States, it's a big deal to go to Niagara Falls anymore.
yeah.
It used to be like the honeymoon capital, but
Yes.
and I have to admit, your Canadian side is a lot prettier than our American Echo. There's two of them there, two kind of separate falls in the same spot.
Uh-huh.
And so one is on the Canadian side and one is on the American side. And they flat out say that. And the Canadian side is so much prettier. It's the horseshoe. So it wraps around. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Ours is kind of decaying and rocks in the bottom.
Aw.
Yeah. Two different vibes. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, and I mean,
It was
look at
it
how
was it was an
different
adventure.
Canada is to the United States as far as, healthcare and stuff like that. So it makes sense that they maintain their side better, probably. I think,
Well, that's Mother Nature.
yeah, but
That was just
I
Mother
think,
Nature
I
doing
think
that.
America, we've spent so many years worrying about other countries and not worrying about our own. I wish they would
Yeah,
start, putting the money into our country.
coming back home.
Yeah. But a lot of things are done state by state anymore. And you can tell that when you're driving places
Hmm.
in the US. Some states really maintain their roads
Oh yeah,
and then
oh
others
yeah,
don't, you know. And you'll see that oh, and Kim says
yeah.
erosion does it at will. Mhm.
That's what it was. That's what the word they always used on it, huh, Kim? The erosion of
Erosion.
of
Yeah.
the American side. Erosion. It's still beautiful though. It's still beautiful. It's amazing. It's amazing. We saw the first power plant. Who was it? Um, it's right there. Everybody knows, right?
Mhm.
Everybody knows but me. Westinghouse. First power plant. Yeah. Is right there. I mean, it's still there. So it was very cool. But anyway, let's see if I have another question. Oh, here we go. If two mind readers read each other's mind and at the exact same time, whose mind are they really reading? Let me read it again.
If two mind readers read someone's mind at the same time, or are they reading each other's mind? Yeah, read the question again.
Okay, if two mind readers read
Uh-huh.
each other's mind at the
Okay.
exact same time, whose mind are they reading?
Yeah. Could be their own
Brendan,
or
hi.
the other person. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Right. If you drop the soap on the floor, did you make the floor clean or the soap dirty?
Oh, the soap dirty.
Everything's clean in my house, so nothing's dirty, right? Uh, uh, um, okay. What season would you like to be and why?
Spring.
Okay.
It's
And
about
why?
growth and renewal and yeah, spring. Spring would be my season.
Okay. Good answer. This episode. You guys, I like
Hi,
this. You guys
Brandon.
come up with some dillies. Uh,
Brandon said he tried to get
yeah,
on
he
my
popped
screen
in.
last night, but he couldn't hear me. I know, Brandon. I was having OBS issues with my sound, but I finally got it straightened out. And then it was so funny because people were popping in
Oh,
and they
Chef
were
is here
like,
too. Hi.
"Oh, hi, Chef Hit Dice. Welcome." I was, I was like, people were like, "Are you
Right?
live?" And I'm like,
Summer?
no, I'm not live. This is a video." And then somebody was like, "Hey, it says Thursday. Is it Thursday?" I was like, "No, it's not Thursday. You're
Where you
definitely
are?
on
Yeah.
the right day." It was funny though. But I just had to pick something to have it
Joan,
play.
What do you say, summer? Joan says summer. Let's see why she picked summer. I like spring. The air is even better, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You know, it's fresh and clean and blossoms.
Yeah. And see, I don't like fall because things are dying in the process of dying. And then, winter is definitely
Right.
dead. So that's why I like spring better because it's about growth and renewal and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, if a rainbow could talk, what would it sound like? Yeah.
Good question.
A Fran Drescher. I think that would be. You know who Fran Drescher is? From The Nanny.
From The Nanny.
Yeah.
Mr.
With that crazy
Sheffield.
voice she has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anna East decided to start talking some
I'll see
crazy.
you later after my nap. Oh, you're gonna take a nap, honey?
Yeah. Baseball and more. Yeah. But she was going around all weekend talking in this jibber jabber sound, and I'm like, I don't know what language that is you're speaking, but Granny doesn't understand it. And she would just laugh and laugh. Like that was so hilarious that Granny
A
didn't know
thunderous
what she
voice.
was saying.
So you think it needs a thunderous voice, huh?
Oh, a rainbow?
It's what Star thinks.
Hmm. I think it would be like a symphony, like different instruments, like
It
the
is.
string, the
Brandon
stringing.
says it looks like you're drawing Bambi.
It is Bambi. It's Bambi and his mommy. This is one of my favorite childhood stories. Was Bambi.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I could color this faster than I color those other ones, but it's kind of going kind of slow too, but not as not as slow as my normal coloring goes.
So this is what I have so far. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. That's what I have so far.
Oh wow,
I
okay.
need some bright color up to that.
It's pretty creative just to be wrapping it around like that.
Everybody's so creative. Oh, I got to say that. I'm sure she's got that trademarked.
Oh, I'm sure she does. If y'all don't know
Color
what
your
we're talking about, Body Illusion should put her link in the in the description so y'all can go and listen to her.
Oh, she's so funny. She just tickles me. I should stick her in there. Let's see if I can find her. You guys can look at this and my son there. Oh my goodness. All you do is everybody sew and she pops right up.
Yes, thank you, Brandon, so much for popping in. And again, I apologize about last night. That was just one of those things I had to work through. Now I hope I can remember it the next time I go live on OBS, which it'll take me several times of doing it before I get it down pat, but I will get it.
Excuse me.
I got to look up that stuff that Ned told me about yesterday or last night, and I got to look that up. And then Stephanie told me some more videos to watch, so I got to do that too.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have so much knowledge about OBS.
Now I just dropped her link in there.
Okay, good.
You'll be training everybody, honey.
Yeah. Let's see. Where did you put it?
I need to get another color.
This one, Tana, or whatever it is, double chocolate. That's the link.
That's her.
That's her.
Uh-huh.
Okay. She does reactions to other people cooking. And that's like her tagline. Everyone is so creative.
Yeah.
If y'all want to laugh, look her up. She's hilarious.
Chef might get a kick out of her because they come up with some dillies on that. I don't know where she finds these things.
Yeah, I don't know either. Let's see. Today is Sunday. This month is almost done. My daughter told me she's not
Sorry, I
going.
left you, honey. I had to get
That's
some.
okay. She said she's not going to South Carolina for fall break, which is like the middle of October. She's not going to go up there until November for Thanksgiving. But
Oh,
she
okay.
said I probably won't get that whole week off of not having the baby because it's her husband's birthday on that Thursday, the 16th, and he's wanting to get some game thing that comes out at midnight on the 15th or whatever. So I'll probably have her spend the night that night so they can go and do that. So I'll probably still have her my Wednesday and maybe my Friday. I don't know yet. But
And this is in November or October?
October. Yeah, it's the middle week of October,
okay.
like the 13th.
So he's an October baby?
Yeah, October 16th. He'll be 31.
Okay.
My daughter was giving him a hard time, saying he's getting old.
Hi, Regina. Yeah, 31. 31 is not old.
No,
They got plenty more years to get old.
that's right. Hello, Regina. Welcome. But it's really funny when you're on the other side of, say, 40, anything above 40 seems
Yeah.
old. But when you're on this side of 40, it's like, that ain't nothing. I mean,
Oh, my
even
goodness.
60
Yeah.
is not old to me, at least. It may be old to some, but not to me. I'm like, 60. Still young, still got time.
Yeah. Well, my grandparents were 60. Yeah, they were old.
Oh, my daughter tells me all the time I'm old. I'm like, okay. You think so? That's all right. I'm proud of my gray and my wrinkles. I've lived.
We earned them, honey.
Yep. Definitely earned them.
Ooh, that's intense.
So yeah, my grandbaby definitely wore me out. But she ate better for me. She normally it's like she just picks at the food and then she wants snacks. And I was like, nope, you're having meals. You're not having all this.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And she actually ate pretty good. So I was glad about that. And
Good.
She had some of the bone broth and she had some of the meat from the bone broth. And I got chicken patties, like hamburger ground chicken, but made like hamburger patties on sale. And so I was like,
Okay.
let's try one of these. And I had to make her another one. She loved the chicken patties. So she was going around, I want a chicken burger.
Good.
So I was like, yes, you can have all the chicken burger you want. And I said, I'll even tell Mama she needs to get you chicken burgers.
I don't like.
She does like to eat meat.
Uh-huh.
That's good. She will eat meat.
Good. Yeah.
But she thinks she knows how to make bone broth now. She was telling me all about it. I was like, like, okay.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she thinks she knows. And she, she helps. And so she thinks she knows how to do everything. But it's funny. All right, y'all. I'm going to color the blue sky. And this is
Oh,
going
that's
to be
good.
cool. Ooh. And then I'm going to go get
Wow,
my.
this is good for you, honey.
I know. Hi, Candy K all day. Welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
okay, good.
Yeah, then I'm going to go get my diamond painting because I said I was going to work on it earlier and I was distracted and didn't do it. So I got to get that butterfly done because I want to start the birthday cards. And I can't start the birthday cards until I have the butterfly done. So I want to at least be able to say
Oh, I would be honored to be sitting here with you where you to get it finished.
Yeah. Oh. And this is not very dark, but it's okay. I can tell it's blue. But yeah, I got these 8 different diamond painting birthday cards. And I already have several people that's had a birthday that I would have sent them a card. Number one, if I had known ahead of time, because people do not say when their birthdays are ahead of time. And then I find out at the last minute. But also, if I had the cards already made, then I could have sent them out, So I got to get busy working on that. All right, I am going to write the date on here, which today is September 28th, 25. And this was with Body Illusion.
Okay, how many people's in this chat right now? How many people do you have in your chat, honey?
I got 7 over here.
Okay, good. Okay, everybody. Question. What can be broken but never held?
A promise.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. I need to put on my applause again.
Well, my Bambi picture is finished and it's going on the door.
Nice.
Then I'm going to get the diamond
Oh my
painting.
goodness.
All right. Get in there. Oh, come on. There we go. I was going to say, don't you have a problem fitting now? All
Right?
Oops. Okay, there's my coloring book. I'm finished with you. All right. Oops. All right. Ah. Okay.
Let's see that.
All right, and here are the.
Yeah, usually it takes that a little bit of time.
All right.
I think she has too many colors to choose from.
Too many what?
When you're like me and you only have 6 choices, it's faster. we're gossiping about you.
Oh, okay.
I said, usually you take quite a while to color. I said, it's because you have so many choices to color with, so many different colors. I said, if it was like me, where I only have like 6 color crayons, it's pretty quick and easy because I don't have
Well,
any
you know,
choice
buying the colors is
to go by.
a hobby in itself. So I, I have that hobby too.
Yeah. Well, I have others color crayons around here somewhere, the 64 pack, with a little sharpener in the back. I have this around here somewhere. I'll have to find it.
All right. Let's see if I can fix this so that y'all will be able to see it.
Ooh. Ooh, nice.
But I'm going to have to move my phone over here.
I think we're all delayed, Regina.
Kind of see my phone. Oops. See my phone. Whoops. No. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these God's eyes were a big thing when I was in the 60s. They were a big thing. Everybody had one somewhere, hanging from the rearview mirror, hanging on their wall. Even some people had them earrings dangling down, little tiny ones. Yeah, they were everywhere.
All right, before I start working on that, I'm going to show y'all the birthday cards. How pretty.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Aren't they pretty?
Oh, very nice.
So these are going to be a lot of fun to do.
Gorgeous.
Be very pretty. I think there's 8 different ones. Maybe there's 6. Hold on. 1, 2.
Looks like a lot of detail.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 different ones. So that will be the next thing. But now we have to get busy finishing up this lovely one. And I'm going to let y'all come in a little bit.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Now you
Yes.
see, all of this is
Even Joan
white,
agrees. They're gorgeous.
but it's upside down because I'm working on this top part. But it actually is like this. So the butterfly is up, facing up. But I have this upper corner left to do, so I have them upside down so I can work on that corner. Oh, and then I have lots of
That makes sense.
odd ones to fill in. But the main thing I have to do is this white. That's what I'm going to work on, the white.
Okay.
And
I just
also,
wish I had the patience for them.
I want to get
But it might have also been the one I picked out to do.
Yeah, well, and I started really
I special ordered one and was doing it for a friend, and the friend kind of, and I went, I'm not feeling it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I started out really small with the ones from the Dollar Tree because I figured, hey, if I invest $1.25 and I don't like it, I've only lost $1.25. And I didn't know if I'd be able to see it well enough to do it or if I would even enjoy doing it. And so before I spent a lot of money on it, I wanted to try it out with the Dollar Tree ones. And then in the meantime of me doing that, everybody sent me, Miss Southern Belle sent me some.
Star sent me some and some stuff, supplies and stuff, and Nana from Nana's Cooking and Craft Corner. And so I had all
Uh,
this stuff. And then I went on Temu and bought some stuff to do. And it's like, I really like it. And then I went ahead and ordered myself the light board. And it really, to me, does make it easier. But I'm still not really used to doing it upright. I like to do it with it laying down,
uh-huh.
kind of. So I'm still kind of getting used to that. But the funny thing was, after my daughter said, "You got too many hobbies,"
Right.
I made her one for Mother's Day. And then she was like, "Oh, that's kind of neat. I want to try." And so then I got her something for her to make. And now she's buying them and making them herself. So I'm like, "Oh, so you like diamond painting too?" She just didn't want to admit that at first. But she's also gotten into houseplants, which
See,
is
I
something.
thought I would like it unless I did the latch hook. Remember latch
Uh-huh.
hook?
Yeah, yeah, I did latch hook. I tried embroidery, but I never really got
Ugh.
too far into that. But I had all these
Yeah.
great ideas. I was going to embroider all this stuff, but I may still eventually do something. All right, Chef Hit Dice, have some good sleep, and I will see you soon. We need to get together and cook again, or you cook and I watch.
Let us know what you think of that channel.
Yeah, check out that channel with the
You cook,
commentary.
we'll eat. How's that sound?
There you go.
Uh, there's some dillies on there. Some dill.
Regina says she wants to try latch hook again. Yeah, I liked doing it.
Yeah, I've got all the stuff. I've got sets of hooks and all that. And I went, okay, I can do latch hook. I should be able to do this diamond painting. And it
Well,
wasn't meant
when I first
to
looked at
be.
the
It
diamond
just
painting, I
wasn't
was
meant to
like,
be.
it seems so tedious. But then once you start doing it, to me, there's something so fulfilling
Uh-huh.
about getting the row completed. It's like, okay, let me keep going because I'm going to do another row now. I did that row. I
Uh-huh.
want to do another row. Um, but I admit on the
And that's
smaller
what I was
one,
seeing. I was like, I've been doing this for 4 hours and I haven't gotten a single row done, you know?
well, see, and when I was doing the smaller ones, I wasn't going
It just
row by
depends.
row. I was just going by the color. And that's where I messed up on this one because I started
Uh-huh.
out kind of going by the color. And there's so much white on this one. You just have to buckle down on the white and just do it. Now the big one that my daughter made, she didn't have to do the white border like I'm doing. Hers was already on the canvas, the border.
Now
So
she
she
did the
left
cow or
it out.
something, didn't she?
Yeah, she did the Highland cow, which had a lot of browns, a lot
Yeah.
of brown. And she was getting
Okay.
frustrated with that because the colors were all so close together. But like I told her, well, then if you
Oh
mess
yeah,
up
I
the
bet.
wrong one in the wrong place, it won't matter because they're so close, together, color wise and stuff.
Right.
But, and this is only a 30 by 30, and it's the biggest I've ever done. So, those of you who do them a lot bigger, I give you all the props because I know it takes a lot of time. And Star has one of the Lord's Supper, and it takes up her entire dining room table. and I don't know how she's ever going to get
Oh
that.
my goodness.
That's it's going to be forever and
Yeah.
ever.
You got to do that one out of love because it's going to be, yeah.
Well, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous when it's done, but yeah. Definitely going to be a labor of love.
Yes, indeed.
Regina said, my biggest, I think, is 40 by 50. Yeah, that's huge to me.
Ooh, holy smokes. Yeah.
Yep, that is huge. And then see the second thing I did after I
Mhm.
did 3 of the Dollar Tree ones that are like a 5 by 7, I guess. So they're relatively small. I did those, and then Star sent me coasters that are butterfly and cross, and I did one of those, and
Okay.
then I started on this. So I've still got to go back and finish the coasters. But then I also have Christmas ornaments to do. And I said I got to make the birthday cards before I do the
Oh
Christmas.
my.
So I got to get busy. And then some of the
You're
books that
always
my
busy,
daughter and
honey.
I have been reading are being made into movies
Grows under
and
you.
um, what do you call them? Series, TV series, or like Netflix series. And so she's like, you got to read the books because we got to be able to watch that. Hello, Spirit in the Sky Blue, my friend. Haven't seen you. I've seen you had a video the other day. I was like, I need to watch that. You were walking somewhere. She went to a casino and she won a car.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Well, I don't know if she ever did sell it or not, but I know she had to store it somewhere because it wasn't in the same town where she lives. And she didn't have a garage to put it in, and it's a
Okay.
classic car. So, uh,
Oh,
I did.
nice.
I know she was gonna try to sell it, but it was a convertible, and it was a classic. It was so nice. But I've never won anything like that.
Wow.
Oh,
That
she
is
said, yes,
really
I sold the
cool.
car. Okay, cool.
No. 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 I'm not going to win anything like that.
No.
Comes to stuff like that. Now, my mother was really good at it. She would win anything, everything, all the time. Be lucky. But we used to go to bingo a lot, and it was very cool. So fun with her.
Yeah, now I used to go play bingo, but it was never anything big, Cost you about $20.
Oh, yeah.
And you might win $20 if you were lucky.
Yeah.
But back then, that was pretty good
Yeah.
entertainment.
Well, it was mostly, to me, it was mostly about
entertainment.
the connecting with people.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed going.
How long has it been since you went?
Oh gosh, before the
It's hard to
baby
do
was
that with
born.
with 3 channels.
Yeah.
But it was before the baby was born. I think my daughter and I went.
Oh yeah, I still have all my dabbers and all the colors and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like going over to Norma's on
It's funny
Sunday
how our lives
afternoon.
change.
She does the bingo over there, and it's a lot of fun online, and it's free. So I'm like, yeah, this is about my speed now. Ah, yeah.
Well, since the big C happened a couple years ago, so many options out there online, where we don't have to
Yeah.
leave the
And I don't
house.
know about you, but I never even had ordered anything online because I guess working in retail, I was used to going to a store. I wasn't used to ordering something online. And then the big C hit, and it was
You pick it
almost
up on
like,
your way out the door.
yeah, it was like you can't really uh, find stuff in the stores, so you had to buy online. And then I started buying online, and I haven't quit since. But I don't buy everything online.
Yeah.
Like there's like some people, like my sister gets the groceries delivered from wherever. She lives near a Whole Foods, so she will walk over to Whole Foods and buy things. But um, like she gets a weekly or whatever delivery. But I guess it's good for
Uh-huh.
heavy stuff too. Like you don't want to have to tote it, get it out of the
Yeah.
car and bring it in the house. You can just have them bring it to the door. Makes it nice for heavier items. My biggest problem ordering online is I never what I want is never enough to get the free shipping, and I always have to buy extra things because I think I'm
Oh,
saving
that's how
money
they
by
get you.
getting free shipping. And I was listening to somebody,
Yeah.
and I can't remember who it was, but they had ordered some
Ty,
yarn,
record it, honey.
and they ordered some other stuff to be able to get this one particular kind of yarn they wanted. And then they shipped them the other stuff and then sent them an email saying, we're canceling your order. We can't get that item. And so she didn't end up getting the item that she wanted. And she ended up getting the stuff she really, could have done without. She was very mad about that. I would have been mad too.
Right.
And she
Oh yeah.
sent them an email back, not that it'll do any good, but saying, no, I want the item. Like you said it was available, get it. So I don't know what the outcome will be with that.
They'll figure it out because they want our money.
Oh yeah.
So they'll figure it out. Yeah.
Regina said we do
It's all
online
about,
shopping and pick up groceries, and I do Amazon. Yeah. The only thing about the groceries, I want to pick my own meat and my own produce.
yes.
And that's the
Uh-huh.
majority of what I buy. So now my son-in-law, he orders groceries, and they never seem to do the order correctly. It's always got something substituted because they didn't have the item they wanted, or they just don't even, like they just throw another item in there, like it's not even an item they asked for, and then something they really wanted they don't get. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, usually they'll let you know their substitution We don't have
Yeah.
this. You want to, you
Well, see, and I
you
live
need to
right,
okay it, or
I
you can
live right
deny it.
behind a grocery store,
Decline it.
so I have no excuse. I can go and
Oh,
buy
okay.
my groceries daily. You know, I don't have to have any stockpile of anything because I'm right there. But I never go in there and buy just what I go after. I always see something else or something's on sale, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need that. Those chicken patties were a really good deal, though. Four chicken patties for $2.50. So
I may
that's like
use this. It's on
that's like
sale. I may use this.
maybe 60 something cents a chicken patty. So I bought 3 packages of them, and they turned out really good. I liked them, and baby girl liked them. That was the bonus that
Yeah,
she liked it.
that's the big thing. Yeah, I lived in a place that it was 15 miles to the nearest anything, to the nearest mom and pa, to the nearest fast food, to the nearest grocery store. It was 15 miles anyway. So I got used to, you know, pantries and things like that, and freezers and stuff like that. Because you
Yeah,
get to cooking and you're out of something, you just got to figure out how to cook without it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's not, there's no store nearby. Biggest problem I had when I moved there was gas. I was so used to parking, getting off work and parking, going home, parking my car, and like, okay, I'll grab gas in the morning. You can't do that when
Uh-huh.
you're out in the middle of nowhere. You better
Right.
come home with some gas in that car, or you're not getting out of that hole.
That's how I was. There's 2 truck stop gas stations here because we're right off the exit, and they're always higher priced than what you can find over where my daughter lives. And so I found a gas station on the way to my daughter's house, about halfway between us, and I would always get my gas there. And then they built a brand new gas station in my little town that, even though it's near the interstate, it's still even cheaper than that other gas station that I go to. So now I try to make it back here and fill up at that station for the next time I go out somewhere. And I'm kind of funny like that. I'll be like, do I have enough to get me back to my good station, or do I need to do it before that? And I have to go
It's
way
funny.
out
It's funny how we think, you know.
in the middle of nowhere to get my granddaughter from school. Her school is in the middle of nowhere. And it's like there's one gas station on that
Oh,
road.
okay.
And so if you don't have gas, you better stop at that little gas station right there, because if you don't and you keep going, you may get to the school and not have enough gas to get back. And I'm like, I don't want to have to walk, but I don't want to have to walk with a 4-year-old either. So I try to watch my
Yeah,
gas.
just like I said, you better make sure you have gas, or you're not getting out of that hole.
Hmm. I try to keep an eye on it because I don't like being, stranded or whatever. And I really don't go that many places, but I want my car sitting out there with gas in it. And if I want to go, you know, I don't know if I'll go anywhere or not, but if I
Uh,
decide I want to go, I want to have gas and a car that'll get me
right.
there. Which, like I said, I mean, within walking
And
distance of
back.
the grocery store and
Gotta get back.
what do you Dollar General. So I could make do without a car if I had to. But
Well, yeah, I can't believe I got done coloring so early. That was early for me, quick for me.
Ashley. Oh, huh? I know. You zipped right through that. Now, what time is your gentleman coming on? What was his name?
Oh,
You said he
Reverend
was coming on
Dream
at 7 or
at
something?
7. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I hope they got my
Oh, okay.
song. You don't never know. You got to email it to his wife, and then you just wait and see. But I did the same thing I did last time. I wrote 3 different songs, and then I couldn't decide between them. So I hope I picked the
Mm-hmm.
one that I wanted to pick. We'll see when they play it. I'll be like, "That's the wrong song."
Right?
But I
Not that one.
can't go on Suno and just write
Hi,
one song.
Stephanie. Hi, honey.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Ashley. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, that's what it is. My phone is sitting here and it's got a blue arrow pointing down like you're missing people. I look up there on your chat and I'm like, hey, they're in my chat. I can't see them. I can't wait to hear everyone's song tonight. I know it was a good topic this week. It was on truth and lies. So Jesus is the truth and the devil is a liar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I can go so many different directions.
Yeah. So we'll see. They ought to be pretty good though. Everybody's very talented. And it's so we have to pick the winner. You have to vote for somebody.
Everybody's.
It's very hard to I
Oh, very
change
cool.
my vote as I hear the songs. I'm like, okay, this one for sure. And then I hear another song and I'm like, oh no, I like that one better. And then I'm like, wait a minute now, what was that first number? I'm going to do that one. Let's see. My Steelers played.
Okay, folks, did you hear it? You heard it here
And
first. You want to be the last one to play.
yes, because then I'll remember you. Stephanie, did they win? She loves the Steelers.
Oh, okay. The steel curtain, huh?
Yes, goodness. And Tia doesn't like the Steelers. Tia likes the rival team of the whoever that is. I don't know, but it's like if Stephanie wears a Steelers shirt in the Zoom call or whatever, she's like, I don't want to talk about it. Tia's like, we know who you're rooting for. The only team I really root for is the Braves. I don't root for a football team, but I do like baseball.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. I always rooted for, don't shoot me now, Stephanie. I always rooted for the 49ers. Hi, Seventh. I was just going to talk about you. You probably knew that. That's the reason you're here now.
And 7th, I got the
I was just
songs.
going to talk about you.
I
How you
got the
feeling?
songs took out of the email into my
Okay.
onto my computer, so I will definitely be working on them this week. I was so far ahead, and then
Oh, okay. All right. You'll let me like the Niners?
I started doing the other 2 channels, and now I'm back to being caught up, but not ahead. So I got to get busy. Texas Rangers, the Dallas Cowboys. Yes. Regina is a Texan, true and true.
Texas Rangers got done. Oh, you do the Chargers? San Diego Chargers. Okay. All right. Yeah,
I
they
hate it
haven't
when I
done
put
much in
them
a
on
while, have they?
bathrooms.
They used to be big. I can't believe we're talking football here.
Hey, we talk anything. We
I
can talk about
guess. New
anything.
York Giants can't believe they. Oh, okay.
Oh, and I got to show y'all my butterfly. I bought 2 different butterflies to do the extra diamond painting drills, the little extra ones you have left over. Where did I put? Oh, I put it in the other room. Hold on.
Bengals. I like their helmets. I like their helmets. You know who else I like? Their uniforms is Jaguars. I like their uniforms. I always thought they were cool.
I bought this wooden butterfly that stands up to glue the
Ooh,
drills on to decorate it. And then I also got this one. Oops, let me knock stuff over.
oh, it's big.
Let's see if I can get this one.
Okay, I'll remind her, Regina. I'll make sure she receives it. Ooh,
So that's going to
ooh,
be fun.
and with your butterfly behind it, it's almost like a stained glass looking thing through the holes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too, is that I could put a paper behind there and fill them in with the drills. You know? That would be really cool, be able to
Uh-huh.
fill those little holes in. But anyway, so that I have 2 projects to do once I get enough of the extra colors to do those. Oops, I'm knocking stuff down. But anyway. Okay. What were you supposed to remind me? Don't forget. Oh, yes.
Book club on Wednesday.
Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I will be doing another post on that one too, Regina. Because, I mean, and it's so good that y'all are doing that, because I was thinking to myself, I want to start a book club because I love to read, and that will be, and I love mysteries and true crime, so that's right up my alley. So I will definitely be there. And I didn't even know that you were involved in it, Regina, whenever Vicki asked me if I would share it out. And then when I do, I find out that you're involved. I was like, well, Regina should have asked me. She knows I would do it. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. Yes, I'm not planning anything for Wednesday night. That's why I'm glad people are finally getting the idea that if they tell me when things are, I will not go live during those times, and I will be there to support you. But if I don't know, I can't do it. But I'm slowly getting everybody's schedule down
Right.
to where I can be like, okay, I'm not planning nothing for that time frame. And I'm glad you're doing Friday nights, because even though I have the baby, I'm usually trying to get her down and I can at least listen to you.
Right.
Some
Yeah.
nights,
Yeah, it's just like everybody, and then everybody's so busy, it's so it's really nice that, that it's not completely chaotic. You can stop and go, okay, the week is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like having somewhere to go because I don't watch much regular TV. So I like to have somebody to go visit with. So I'm trying to get to where I know when people go live and I know where I can go and what I can watch. Because if I don't have anything to do, I get a little bored and then I do crazy things like I did last night. Because I just get the idea in my head and then it's like, do it.
You're fibbing to us.
Fibbing?
You're fibbing to us. You'd end up on Suno writing songs.
I do that too. I went on there this morning to
See?
get my song for tonight because I had already written them yesterday. And I was like, I got to get it and email it to her. And then before I even got it downloaded, I was writing another song. And I said, you're not in here for that right now. You've got to get this downloaded and get it emailed. And I actually left it half finished. So when I go back in there, I'll have another one to do. But I love Suno. That's the best $10 a month I spend.
Right. So next Sunday, do we want to do something since it's our Sunday to do something?
Yeah, we're doing it. We just don't know what.
Self-care?
I talked about it on the video today. I said we will be live next Sunday at 3 p.m., but I don't know what our topic is yet.
Do we have a topic?
We got to come up with a
I
topic.
was thinking maybe do something on meditation or something.
On meditation? Yeah. Definitely.
Sure. We can bounce it around a little bit.
I got it.
What's up, Seventh? What's up, honey? Is nobody talking to you? Is nobody talking to you? Everybody say hello to Seventh, please. Seventh has been putting out a lot of songs lately too, which is
And
really
I love the
cool.
one he wrote for you that you put the video out on.
He's sent me a couple of them, so I'm gonna get them all out. He makes my songs quite full of energy. He's decided I need happy and peppy songs, and I'm like, cool, okay, go for it, honey. I like it.
That's what BJ said about the song I wrote for him. Kind of snappy, but I like it.
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
yeah, his is high
you
energy.
didn't
too.
want me to make it depressing, did
Too.
you? It's like I had to make it peppy.
Okay, Echo, can you get it in there? Yes. Okay. Yes, but if y'all are not doing nothing at 7 Eastern time, I'll put the link in the chat here in a minute. For Reverend Dream, it's called the Suno Warriors, and there's about 7 or 8 of us who write songs, and it's like a little competition. They play everybody's song, and then we vote. And last week was my first time doing it, and I tied with Reverend Dream, and then he won. So I was like, well, I'm not doing it to win.
Aw.
So that's okay. But I was even surprised
No,
I
we're
got
not going to
2
talk about it like that.
votes,
That's not right.
being that it was the first time I ever put a song in there. I was surprised I even got a vote. So
Oh, nice.
it was good. It was all good. Okay. Oh, get in there.
okay, let me go find the. Let me find it.
I don't know what this is. I don't know where this came from. It's gotta go. Thank you. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. All these lovely ladies will just take you right in.
All right. I posted it on my side. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, Ashley
Yeah, I
said
haven't
she
seen
loved
BJ
mine.
here today.
She
So,
voted for mine. Yay. Thank you. All right. Now let's see if I put it in. Uh, I think I can do it in this one. Let me see. DRAM Dream
what is it?
199. I don't know if that'll be clickable or not, y'all.
There we
Well,
go.
I'm way behind on your cat too. All right. I don't know if it worked or not, but there it is.
How can you be certain other is your child? I don't think there's any question of that, Seventh. Why do you ask? Seventh has asked me how can I be certain other is my child? Other means.
Well, you were probably there when he
Oh,
was
it's a
born.
stupid question. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, it is. It had me. Yes, it had me giggling and kind of doing the question mark in my head. What's in the middle of water but is not an island?
Ooh.
Seventh, Mr. Smarty Pants.
In the middle of water, but not an island. Well, in Lake Michigan, they have sandbars.
Uh-huh.
They're not islands, but they're in the water.
Water. Yes, water. In the middle of water. I don't think it pertains
Thank
to
you,
everything.
Ashley. I will see you there at 7.
Bye, Ashley.
Oh.
Excuse me. It says ocean. The answer is ocean.
All right, y'all. I got to take this and lay it down. I'm getting my arm feeling weird, poking it up. All right, I'm going to bring you down a little bit. Oh, I
What
had
you
to.
doing, honey? Oh, you would rather do it on the flat surface?
Yeah, because it's starting to make my shoulder hurt putting my arm up like that.
Yeah.
So I got to do it laying it down. But that's okay. You can do it however you want to do it. And it, to me, when it's
That's it.
upright, it
That's
doesn't press down as hard. And I like to make sure they're stuck. I don't want them falling off on their own.
Right.
because it's bad when
That's
you bump
another thing.
it and they
It doesn't
fall
really
off.
tell you about. Yeah. Well, and is it? I mean, I'm going to ask stupid questions, but I'm in the right group for these answers. Reef, there you go, honey. That was a good answer. These diamonds are diamonds, right? Yes, no, yeah, right?
Well, it depends on what, like mine, these are plastic, but I think it
They're flat
depends
on
on,
one side, pointy on the other, correct?
yeah. And it depends on the company you get it from. I mean, I've seen some that are really, different shapes and different, they shine like diamonds,
Uh-huh.
These are, I mean, they're shiny and it, reflects the light, but they're plastic. They're not actual diamonds, but it's how they're cut. I think the cut that makes them
Okay, but I'm
reflective.
talking about the shape.
The
Yeah, the shape
shape,
of them. Are they flat on one side and pointy on the other?
well, they're flat on one side and kind of rounded on the other, but it's,
Okay. So
I
the
guess
rounded side goes into the cloth, the glue,
the flat
the
side
picture.
goes onto the picture.
Oh, okay. See, it doesn't tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, and what's
I never
really
found
funny?
any directions to tell me any of that. And I'm like,
One of the things that I did had a shiny, like a silver color on one side and then the color on the other side. And I was like, oh my gosh, they put
okay.
silver ones and green ones together in the same, thing. And everybody's like, no, turn it over. The silver is the flat. That's what goes against the canvas. Then the color is the part that'll be showing. And I'm like, how stupid did I feel? But if
Oh,
nobody's
okay.
ever told you and you don't know, you know. And I was thinking, oh my
Well,
God, I
and
got to
then,
separate them out.
yeah.
You know, that's what I was thinking. Oh goodness, that's going to be a lot of work.
Well, and then I'm seeing the long tool you have there.
Uh huh.
I'm seeing that long tool where it grabs up a bunch. And I'm
Uh huh.
like, okay, maybe it doesn't matter which end you use, to put on it, because there's no way I'm going to sit and make sure they're all going the correct direction to put 6 in this hole or 5 or whatever it is. I went, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. Who has the
Well,
patience to do that?
there's a lot of people that will do 2 or 3 at a time. But I think this one holds maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
But you have to get it just right in the tray in order for it to be able to pick them up and put them in there right. And I just feel like I spend more time
Yeah.
messing with that than if I just did them one by one. So I have done it that way. And actually, this one would have been good because I have so much of this white to
Me
do.
too.
But
This is such a big thing because it was like more work.
yeah, and I didn't like that feeling like, oh
I just
gosh,
thought, well,
it's
maybe I
not
don't
lined
understand.
up. And then I was taking them off
Right.
and trying to fix them and messing with them. And it's like, no, I want to touch it one time,
Uh
put it
huh.
down, and move on. I don't want to be sitting there.
Right.
It's bad enough you got to go back over with the tweezers and get the little pieces of the wax off that, sometimes it'll leave a little string of the wax. And this
Uh
wax
huh.
I'm using is pink. And so you can see it on there. You're like, oh, I got to get that wax off of there. But there are people who are very professional at what they do. I'm still just a beginner. I'm just learning. And I do it for the pure enjoyment of doing it.
Yeah.
So
I was just very curious because,
I
yeah.
don't stress over, if it's perfect or not. It's going to be perfect for me. And if anybody looks at it and gets close enough to see my mistakes, then they're just a little too close.
Right?
There's people who do it and sell them, so like they got to be perfection. But I don't want to sell mine. I think that's why I only do the ones that I really like, because I'm not going to sell them. But my daughter went right out and got a frame and framed her cow.
Well,
put it on the wall.
very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I am definitely not OCD. Definitely not,
Regina says, yes,
I'm one
me
of those.
too.
Get it done.
Also,
Move
I'm
on.
not
Let's go.
OCD about it. Yeah. I think that's why I haven't gotten very far with the crocheting.
But
it makes me OCD. It's like, oh, it's not perfect, and I rip it out. Start again.
Yeah.
So that may not be my craft of choice. So, and that's okay.
Well, and then and you have to have it pulled the same every single stitch so it comes evenly and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, if that's not your thing,
and then everybody says it's so easy.
It's not worth doing it. Because the reason you're trying to do it is to give you something to relax you and to enjoy, not something that's going to stress you out even more. I just appreciate the people who can do it, because I'm not.
Hi, Grizzly. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Grizzly Warrior. Welcome.
That's the reason I'm so enthralled with you guys doing I'm so enthralled with you guys doing the diamond art. I'm just enthralled. Like, God, that's just amazing to me. Yeah.
Well,
now my
like
family all crochets. Everybody in my family crochets. I just never.
When I first started watching them do the diamond painting, I was like, I just don't know if I could do it. I just feel like it's going to be so tedious and so hard on my eyes, but it's really not. And after I started it, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't believe how much I'm enjoying doing it. And
right.
That's why I want to find, things to do that I can enjoy, and for stress relief and entertainment and, that kind of stuff.
Right.
If it's too stressful or too much of a ordeal, I'm not one that's going to do it. I'll just be like, yeah, I give up.
Yeah.
It's very easy to give up on stuff, but
know how to do this. This is frustrating. I don't need to know how to do this. There's always something else, some other craft or something you can do. Always.
Well, and that's why I like the
something
coloring,
that's in your wheelhouse.
I don't have to color it to please anybody else. I can color it exactly how I want it to be, Somebody else might look at it and be like, oh my God, did you see the colors she mixed together on that picture? But I like trying to use different shades of different colors, and I like doing it how I want to do it. And that's the fun of it to me. Kathy says, that's how I felt too when I started diamond painting, and now I have my diamond painting channel. Exactly. It's addictive. And like I said, buying craft supplies is a hobby all in itself. And then actually doing the hobby is another hobby all in itself. see, I want to be able to take these drills that I have in my little containers and take them and put them in something else to be able to fill up my little containers with the colors from my cards so that I have that set up to do my cards. But I got to get this one done before I put them all away, because that will be too difficult to have to drag them all back out.
Yeah, that's my big thing. Is I can end up with more projects started. Ooh.
But I don't know about you, Kathy, but the diamond painting community is such a nice bunch of ladies. Well, there's a few men too that do it, but mostly it's ladies. But everybody has just been, I have yet to meet anybody that I was like, ooh, that person's not very nice. You know, it's like everybody has just been so nice. And then you learn so much from each person. Hi, Journey Mirror. Welcome, welcome. I'm live now, for real. She was one that came in last night and was like, wait a minute, is this a recording? And I said I'm working on watch hours because eventually I'm going to be working on watch hours for my other two channels. But last night I was trying to get my sound issue resolved, and that's what I was working on last night. But I did let it run all night, and I will get Chloe's set back up and get her running again on her channel. But I don't need watch hours to get monetized. But you know, we always need watch hours to keep getting paid for our ads.
Oh yeah. Seventh, do you still have all those crafts singing? Journey Mirror, hi honey. Is it giggle time again?
Journey Mirror's channel is booming. She's been getting shout outs by some bigger channels, and she's been getting a lot of new subscribers. And
nice.
I'm so happy for her because she has
congratulations.
So much, she's got so much good content over there, so encouraging, and I'm glad to see her getting noticed. It's well worth it. She said the other day, Echo Pride came in here expecting to find one thing and found something else. And I'm like, no, I didn't come in there expecting to find anything in particular. I just wandered in and liked what I saw and stayed. So
there you go. Well, I usually do an affirmation. I really like doing affirmations, so I do a lot of those during the day. Well, I think people need to hear that more than they need to hear the negative in life. You know, you're doing okay, you're doing great, and keep going. And I don't think there's enough of that in the world. I really don't.
There's not. And it's everybody's out for themselves. You don't see or hear too many people trying to uplift other people, you know. And that's what I like about your affirmations, that you're definitely for everybody, you know, wanting everybody to do their best and love themselves. I think I'm done with the white, y'all. Let's have a celebratory clap. Yay! Now I got
you got it?
I got the white, but now I got to go back in and get all the colors that I missed.
You too.
I have a lot of black to do. I guess I'll do black next.
Okay. Yeah, then you can do the fun colors, the purples and the blues and the.
Yeah.
I have to go check out your channel, Journey's Mirror. I have to.
And she has a cooking channel too called Blues Plate.
I'm sorry, it's needed.
And that one is with her husband, Dion. And she cooks and he talks, and it's really good. Echo Star is going to get me into doing this. She will, Journey Mirror. She will. She got me into doing it too. That's Star's mission in life, I think, is to turn people into diamond painters. It really is relaxing.
Star has a way about her, though. She has a charm about her.
She does. I think this W is the black. Oh, I got the paper, don't I? Do I still have my paper? No. Oh, it's on here, Echo. Don't get all worked up. Yes, W is the black. I'm getting all worked up, like I don't know what color it is. Okay, Echo's getting ready for my members live. Have a great evening, everyone. Okay, Journey Mirror. What time are you going live? At 6?
I'm right, honey.
If it's at 6, I'll try to pop over there. I have somewhere to be at 7. I can look and see when it is, though.
Yeah, we can be done by that if we wanna bomb her channel. We can go do a raid.
All right, let's see.
What do you think, guys? Feel
she
like doing
should
a raid
have
on her
it.
channel?
Already scheduled. Let's see what she's got.
Okay.
Nope, she don't have it scheduled yet. People, I hate that when people don't schedule things ahead of time.
Well, it's a members only. It's all what she said.
Oh yeah, members only. We can't rate her. You guys can't rate her.
She's trying to tell me something, guys.
I'm a member. I can rate her, but I don't see it in here. So she must have it scheduled.
Well, become a member, guys. Become a member. You can rate
at 6:15. Oh, on the food channel.
I'll promote you, honey.
That's why I didn't see it. Okay, that's on Blues Plate. Let me see. Let me go to Blues Plate. And I got a free membership in Blues Plate, and then I'm going to subscribe when that runs out. Live. Yep, now she has that scheduled. Kitchen Kicking It with
on the food channel?
Chicken and turkey bacon nachos. Not nachos. And it's going to be, it says it's 8 minutes. So it must be 6 o'clock, 6:15 her time, 7:15 my time. Okay. Let me put
okay.
Notify me, please. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I'm big on scheduling too. I like to have it scheduled out far enough ahead that, you know, people will know. I don't like to wait till the last minute. I have a hard enough time on the premieres when I have to schedule those out just a little bit in advance. I'm like, oh, how long do people need to know? Do I need to do it 30 minutes ahead or an hour ahead?
Well, and then I'm always worried about stepping on somebody else's toes, you know?
Well, that's why I've been
somebody else
people,
going live at that time, and I don't want to step on their toes and be rude.
People, if you got a schedule, tell me. I will try to share it out, and I'll try not to go live on top of you. But if they don't tell me their schedule, or if they don't schedule ahead, it's kind of hard. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm missing it. I'll be there on the replay. Oh, you're not even a white one. You're an F. What are you doing? What is white doing on top of F? Unless F is white. Let's see. Where are you? F is green. Okay, I don't know why you're in there.
Oh my.
Little white one was stuck where a green one's supposed to go. This is going to get really, really tedious. I can tell already.
What's wrong?
This black is
You having
really
troubles
hard.
there?
Yeah, the black is very hard to see
Oh.
where the black goes. It's like I have to take my glasses up to get down close enough to be able to see them. But I got to do it because it's going to look funny. Half of it's got the black and half of it doesn't. But oh, it's going to be gorgeous and it's going on the wall.
I wonder if it'd be better if you did it like on your patio with the normal sunlight, you know? It'd be easier to see. That would be fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it your patio too noisy?
Oh, it's noisy in my parking lot, which is right the other side of my patio. Shoot, last night I went to go to the store
Uh-huh.
and I heard a bunch of commotion outside. I opened my door and there was a guy with a truck and a flatbed trailer pulled across all of our cars, behind our cars. And I don't know what the heck he was doing, but I went out there and stood by my car and he did not get the hint that I wanted to move my car. I finally had to ask him if I could get my car out. And he was like, "Oh, how long you been standing there?" I was like, "A few minutes." It's like, I figured you would see me and know what I wanted, but no. But when I came back from the store,
Yeah.
he was gone.
See, that's the difference between Southern people and California, New York people. We don't wait. We would just walk up to them and say, can you move this, please? I got to go.
Yeah. Well, I guess he did because it was about 9:30 at night or so.
I get called a New Yorker all the time, all the time.
I guess he thought it was late enough nobody would want to be moving their cars. I don't know. But I did. I wanted to move my car.
Yeah.
And he didn't want me to
Yeah.
be out there in the way, but oh well. But yeah, people here are very noisy. We get the loud car, playing their radio real loud.
Oh, I bet.
Pulling through the parking lot, making all kinds of racket.
How about the engines with the fancy mufflers and
Now,
stuff?
there's a road that goes on three sides, well, it's different roads, but anyway, three sides of the apartment complex, there's roads, and they are a rural road, and people fly down them. And sometimes it sounds like a speedway out there, like, rev your engine. And I always think, are y'all racing out there? What are you doing? Because it's, very loud. Very loud engine sound. But we don't have a lot of crime. And usually there's not a lot of people like outside doing stuff. But when there is, there is. Now, the most I ever saw any of my neighbors was during that hurricane when we didn't have any power. People were running their air conditioners in their cars trying to keep it cool. And people were shining the lights into the window so people could go in their house and, do whatever, try to use that as a flashlight, I guess. And then we have these crazy alarms that go off. And because it lost power, it was a constant buzz, and it's in the hallway. And at one point, it was like all my
Oh, okay.
neighbors had their doors open, looking out in the hallway, like, what the heck? It's like, it's stupid alarm. We don't have any power. There's two hurricanes out there right now.
Yeah,
One,
when
I
we
think,
lost our power, my biggest thing was I was in the car recharging my phone.
yeah. Well,
That was my biggest
I
concern.
guess what
Like,
I would have
if something
to do,
happens, I got to get hold of somebody.
I have, my phone won't charge with the regular plug-in charger anymore, so I have to use the wireless chargers. And so what I would have to do, I have the charging block that plugs in the wall. So I mean, I have a source of
Okay.
power that way, but I would have to plug my wireless charger into that and still use my wireless charger to charge my phone. But I also have a wireless charger that plugs into a cigarette lighter in my car, so I could charge it that way as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, I still have
Oh,
to run the car to do that. We better not lose power. I got new
right.
batch of bone broth in my
Yeah.
freezer.
I was living in my car for a while, just charging things.
If it does, well, sometimes it'll hit me and not my daughter, but most of the time, if it hits one of us, it hits the other one too. And so then you don't, either one of you don't have power, which is not good.
Seems like you two we live far enough apart where you can, if one doesn't have power, you can go visit the other one. No?
Yeah, you would think that, but we live in two different towns, and it's, this is the South, so. Ah, you never know. Regina says, I'm so thankful I live in the country. Yes, I would
Never know.
love to live
You
in the
never
country. I would love to be in the country and have a little bit of land so I could have a garden and I could have more animals and not have to worry about anybody complaining about noise or anything like that. But
Yeah.
that is not
And
in
you
the
don't have to
cards.
listen to their noise.
Yeah. It's like I don't I don't know. I don't want to move. We talked about that before. Moving is so expensive and so stressful that I really don't want to do that.
It is.
But if it comes to that where I'm going to move, I want to move somewhere where I can maybe do what I want to do. But right now, I'm
Finish that sentence.
stuck here
Like
because
what?
it's affordable. It's like when it becomes
Well,
unaffordable, and then I'll have to decide what to do.
well, and also you have the baby, you know, so it's hard to
Oh yeah,
pick
I'm not moving too far away
up.
from her. Hi Rudy. Hi Lee. All right, you have
Yeah.
a great day, Lee. Um, yeah, I can't get too far away from her. So
Uh-uh. That's just not in the cards.
no. Boy, she was loving on me something crazy this weekend. Kept coming up to me. I just love my granny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, I love you too, big girl.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
so glad you're here. She she was telling me her plans, what all she wanted to do while she was here. And I said, well, you still have to take
Okay.
naps and you still have to go to bed at night, but we can do the other things. And so then she was saying, okay, when I get up for my nap, I'm going to do such and such. And I was like, okay, just as long as you don't forget, you got to take
Okay.
it. It's like Granny can't go nonstop without a break. It's like I need that nap time.
Yeah. You got to
But
take a nap just for Granny.
yeah, but she's really good about going to bed. When she's ready to go to bed, she'll tell you, turn the light off, turn the TV off, and then she'll be out. And then I'm sitting there with my headphones on, like, okay, I don't want to be too loud because I don't want to wake her up, but I'm not ready to go to sleep.
uh,
And then when I don't go to sleep, and then when she wakes me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh, you should have went to sleep. Shouldn't have been awake.
right.
Because it don't matter what day of the week is. 6 o'clock, that child is awake.
Oh, come
Sometimes
on,
it's
honey. You
early.
were sitting there writing pseudo songs.
Yeah, sometimes it's 5:30 that she wakes up, but at least by 6 o'clock she's going to be awake. She is going to be awake and ready to go.
Okay.
And then it's like, oh, so I tell her, the sun's not even out. You need to go back to sleep till the sun came out. At least wait until the sun is out. But see, they go to school in the dark, so she's used to getting up that early.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's kind of nice for school and stuff like that. That she's not hard to wake up,
Yeah.
and struggle with, and that's really nice.
No, she gets right up. It's just, she likes school. She likes going, but she didn't understand at first that she had to keep going back. She thought it was like a one and done kind of thing. So now she knows I got to go so many days.
Uh,
But her little face just lights up when she gets to come out to the car rider line and she sees me waiting. She's just so happy that it's a day that Granny picks her up.
oh, how nice is that?
Oh, I love it.
That'll be
She's,
something you'll
she's
keep in your heart forever.
definitely,
That look in her face.
yeah, and she definitely gives me all that unconditional love. She don't care nothing about me other than the fact that I'm her granny, and that's all that matters. And she loves some granny. But I was telling her that,
Till she gets to that age and finds out you've been putting her face on the internet.
no, she likes her videos. She'll even say, make a video. Or that's my video. Yep, that's your video.
Oh, nice.
But I was telling her, that one day she'll be a grown up lady and then she can have a baby and she'll be a mommy. And then when that baby has a baby, she'll be a granny. And she said, I want to be a granny first. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. I said, the next granny will be your mama when you have a baby. And then when your baby has a baby, you get to be a granny. And it was funny because she was like, I want to be a granny first. It's more fun being a granny than being a parent. That's for sure. Or at least it is for
That's
me.
it. That's
I don't
it.
have as many worries as I had as a parent.
Oh, no.
And I like being able to
Who's
spoil
here?
her rotten and then send her home to her mother.
Who is?
Who's who?
There you go. Yeah. When the other was little, because he even had great grandparents when he was little.
Oh, nice.
And, oh yeah, oh yeah, they just spoil him. Yeah, they would just spoil him rotten. Leave that boy alone. My grandfather would always say, "Leave that boy alone," and I'm thinking, he can't do that. Leave that boy alone. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have such a hard time. He's not gonna realize that is not the way to do things. That poor little boy. Yeah, leave that boy alone. Yeah, he had great grandparents. This he even remembers them. So they were around long enough, So that was cool.
Well, I'm just glad that I got to be around for, to be a granny. There was a few years there that I wasn't sure if my daughter and son-in-law were going to have kids soon enough for me to get to really enjoy it. And I didn't want to push them, but I did. It was like, I'm ready to be a granny. Y'all need to get busy. But I'm glad that they did have
Right?
to themselves before they had her.
Right.
But I was telling my son-in-law the other day, it's so hard to believe that she's old enough to be in school because it just seems like the other day she was a little tiny thing. But the time goes by so fast.
It does. It does.
Before you know it, it's just on to the next thing. Now I just saw a W
Oh,
and
yeah.
said, I need to
And they're
take that
learning
one.
all the time. Just
Where were you,
sponges.
W? I don't know. I missed it. Yes, she is a little sponge and doesn't forget anything. You cannot, which her mother was like that. You could not
Uh-oh.
make a promise if you did not intend on keeping it because she would hold you to it. And she was mad at her daddy because
Uh-huh.
I had to go to Kentucky and take care of my mom after she had back surgery. And so my husband
Okay.
and Allison she was either I know she was in kindergarten. And so, my husband was going to take her to school and then she went to after school care and then he'd pick her up after work. And he told her that if she was good, he would take her to the amusement park on the weekend. Well, he didn't do it.
Uh-oh.
Do you know
Uh-oh.
that for probably 10 years that child held that against him? That you said you would and you didn't. And he was like, I didn't realize it was going to be that big of
Wow.
a deal or I would have done it. And I'm like, I told you, don't make promises you don't intend to keep because she will hold you to it.
Right.
And she was not happy with me being gone. And I'd call her and she'd be like, I don't like the way daddy does mornings. Because my ex husband was, I got to have my coffee before I'll even talk to you kind of person. And so she wake up chitter chatting away, and he's like, shh,
Okay.
don't talk to me. You know? And I guess he couldn't
Uh-huh.
do her hair right, and so that made her mad.
There it is.
All kinds of nonsense I had to hear about how terrible it was that I left her with him.
Oh my goodness. But it's also different. People get used to a certain routine and
Yes, but
certain
it
ways
did make
things are
her
done.
appreciate me a little bit when I did come home. She was like, don't ever leave me again.
Right?
And I was like, well, I can't promise I'll never leave you again, but I'll try not to. But I feel like that was partially my fault because I didn't let him do a whole lot with her because he didn't do things the way I wanted it done. And I would always be like, no, I'll just do it myself. It's. And so then when he had to do things with her, she didn't like it. And so I did tell my daughter that to let her husband do for the baby however he could and let them have their own relationship. And that way, if she had to leave her with him for some reason, um,
Right.
she could deal with daddy's way being different. Which, honestly, if my daughter had to leave her for any reason, I would have her. My son in law would probably be like, Ma, can you help? He wouldn't be like, I'm not keeping her myself, but Ma, I
Right.
need help. And I would be like, yes, definitely. I will be there for you. Oh, this black just makes it look so nice. Such a pain to do, but it
Is it
looks,
maybe in the colors pop?
yeah. And it's outlining the wings and stuff. So they're going to look really good.
Oh,
Really,
nice.
yeah. I like it, but man, it's like I got so much to do on it. But that's okay. It's not a race. It's not a race.
Oh, okay. Looks like we may be getting ready here to shut it down because she's going to be going on in about 45 minutes. Right?
She's not going on. She's an hour behind me. Although she's in Michigan. Michigan should be Eastern time, right? Maybe it is at
I
6:15.
would think.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'll go over there if I have a chance, and if
Yes.
not, I will. I just really want to hear my song on Reverend Dream at 7, and they talk a little while
Oh, okay.
before
Oh,
they
okay.
start playing playing the music. They talk a little bit. So.
Okay.
But no, I'm good. I'm good. How long you are? If you're ready, you let me know,
Okay.
because I'm just gonna be sitting
Yeah.
here
I'm coloring
plodding
now.
away.
I'm coloring now.
Trying to get. Did you finish your thing, or did you get tired of it?
As much as I could. I'm gonna have to go to the garage and get some more colors.
Oh, okay.
There
Hi,
was-
Simple
there I
Katie
go.
Walks.
See?
Welcome. Look at my diamond painting. Isn't she gorgeous? I'm gonna get her done eventually.
It's beautiful. It really
This
is.
is the the one I started on my vacation. That tells you how often I work on it. I'm still not done, but I kind of have to be in the right frame of mind to do it too.
Yeah.
And reading, I have to be in the right frame of mind to read also. Definitely have to be in the right frame of mind.
Oh, okay. Let's see what else.
So what are you up to today, Miss
Ooh,
Katie? Are you diamond painting or do you have that sweet little grandbaby? She has a new grandson. Well, he's not super new
Oh,
now.
okay.
He's probably about 3 months old, I guess. Or maybe not quite 3 months.
That's good, baby.
Yeah, that's still tiny.
That's still big.
That,
Yeah.
that's still little. I miss her baby.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll pull out others' baby pictures and ooh and all over them, you know? Like, aw, aw.
Yeah. And I mean, I just got so much quality time with her when she was little. I mean, my life
Uh-huh.
revolved around that kid. And I just loved it, every minute of it. Because I didn't really get to do that with my daughter because, you got to work and you got to have household things and wife things and try to have time with the
Uh-huh.
kids. And it's like I was just home with her and I didn't
Right.
have to do anything else if I didn't want to. And so nice.
Yeah. 'Cause I was a working mom. And
Yeah.
so other spent a lot of time with my mother and then my grandmother. Because my grandmother and my grandparents would babysit, you know? So he got he got quality time with as
Mm-hmm.
as much as he could with all of them because I was working, 2 jobs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
trying to keep things moving.
I mean, and I'm
And
pretty
then I
much a
was always working
feminist,
nights.
but
So
I still think kids need to have their mom in the home. I don't. I mean, I enjoyed my career and working, but now that I've been able to stay home with the grandbaby, it's like, yeah, I wish I could have done that with my daughter. I really do.
okay.
But it's like anything else. Once you start earning money and you get to where you're the more money you make, the more money it costs. So it's not like you can you don't
Oh yeah.
find yourself like, oh, I could give up working and we'd be fine. It's like, no, I need my income. But then you want to be at home at the same time. And, I guess some people are lucky enough to work at home or be able to do that, but I wasn't. And I regret
Yeah,
it.
me either.
I wish I had been a stay-at-home mom, but that wasn't in the cards, so it didn't happen. I got one
Well,
stuck there.
others dad wasn't with us. No,
Yeah.
he
Well,
had
I
moved
mean,
on by the time
you
I
have to
was
do what you have to do.
while he
You
was little.
can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Can't always
Sometimes
do
you have
what
no
you want.
choice.
Yep. Yep. And I always said the reason I worked was so that I could buy her what I wanted to buy her and didn't have to worry about my husband being like, no, that's too expensive. We're not doing that or whatever. It was like, I work, it's my money. I'll do what I want. But I had a different outlook on life back then than
That's
I have.
another thing.
You know.
That's another thing. I never wanted to ask somebody to buy a loaf of bread or to, I never understood. No. If I want to go buy a loaf of bread, I'm going to go buy me a loaf of bread. If I want to go buy the boy, because that's what I call him, the boy. If I wanted to buy the boy a baseball cap, I'm going to buy the boy a baseball cap. You know?
Right. Well, and there was a time period in my life where I felt like as long as I'm contributing, then I should have a say so in where the money does go. And,
Uh-huh.
you know, I was willing to do what I had to do to feel like I was contributing, you know. But
Okay.
now, you always see things differently when you can look back at them and think, well, gee, did it really matter?
Oh, yeah.
Would it have been just as good if I had just stayed home with her and we didn't have all the things, you know? But you can't go back and change it once you've done it. So,
Right. Well, I think you're doing the right thing. Just kind of guiding her through those learned things, that you have learned.
yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I definitely changed my tune after my divorce. It's like, oh, no, you got to take care of you.
Uh-huh.
And I think when you're married, it's easy to think you're doing things for the family, and whether that means you're sacrificing or you're doing more, or but it's all for the common good of the family. And then when that
Right.
family, you figure out, oh, I should have been doing for my common good, not but you just don't know till it
Right.
happens. And it's definitely not something I thought would happen.
Right.
I got a big surprise.
Well, like we said before, there's women out there that they've never written a check.
Yep.
And they just sit there, or they've never handled money situation. They've just had it. And I'm like, I couldn't even understand that, I've always taken care of my P's and Q's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what man was in my life, I always took care. I always made sure.
Oh, I didn't even have my light up all the way. No wonder I'm struggling.
Oh, okay. Is it
Yeah.
helping?
I mean, you definitely got to look out for yourself. And I wasn't raised that way, I mean, my mom didn't really work outside of the home, and my dad
Yeah.
went to work, and my mom took care of things at home. And I just thought how marriage was supposed to work. And then my marriage wasn't exactly like that, but I still thought I was in a fairy tale and he would never do the things that he did. But, I guess you figure out you can't ever trust somebody fully, You barely can trust yourself to know what you're going to do in a situation,
Right.
yet alone trust what somebody else is going to do.
Maybe that's the difference, because my mother was a single parent. So I learned,
Right.
you get up and you do it. Don't worry about them. Don't depend on them. Get up and you do it, and you make it happen. You want it to happen? Get up and make it happen.
Yeah. I learned that, but not, till later on. But I did learn it. But I think that's why it's hard for me to trust somebody else, you know, with my life because I don't know. I can trust myself, and that's about the size of it.
Yeah.
It's like I
Yeah.
don't really want to put my
Exactly.
trust in another human being. I'll put my trust in God, but I'm not going to put my trust in another human. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe
Well, I've
maybe
had
God
people in my life that, oh
has a
yeah, oh
perfect.
yeah, oh yeah, and put your money with mine, and we'll get together, and we'll do this, we'll do that. I end up homeless, broken homeless. And I'm like,
Yep.
ooh, lesson learned on that one. You know.
Yep. Well, that's one thing. I'm glad I didn't give up my home in my last relationship. I mean, he kept pushing, wanted us to get married and wanted us to move someplace, more expensive. I wouldn't have been able to afford it on my own. I would have ended up having to stay in that
Uh-huh.
relationship to survive. No, I'm glad I did not do those things. I'm glad I said no. I'm not giving up my home. I'm not, putting myself in debt. I'm
Yeah.
not doing any of those things. But I don't know. I used to think I wanted somebody or needed somebody. I don't feel that way anymore.
Good for you. Good
I'm
for
pretty
you.
good on my own.
When
I
you're
don't
when you're
feel.
whole, when you're whole, just by yourself, you're in a good place.
Yeah.
You don't need somebody to fill
And
that void for you.
I don't sit there and fret about being alone or thinking I need somebody to do things with because I am an independent person. I'll go do whatever I want to do by myself. I don't have to have somebody, like one of my girlfriends was like, how do you go and eat out at a restaurant by yourself? Don't you feel funny sitting at the table by yourself? And I'm like, nope. If I want to go, I'm going to go. I mean, I don't know. That kind of stuff never has really bothered me though.
Well, and that's kind of cool to eat by yourself because me personally, I love to people watch.
Oh, I do too. And I do
So that's
people.
always fun,
I
you know?
do. If I'm by myself, matter of fact, even if I'm with my daughter, I'll be people watching. She'll be like, you got
Uh-huh.
a staring problem. You need to quit staring at those people. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out their story. I want to know what's going on with them. But
It's horrible. And I'm like, I people watch when I'm at the airport. I dig this
mhm. Matter of fact, the book I'm
and try to
reading
put
right
stories.
now is about a man who meets a woman in an airport. Their plane is delayed and they don't
Okay.
really, find out too much about each other or whatever. And then they meet again later on and realize that, they did have an attraction for each other from the beginning when they met, but, they were in different places at different points of their lives and things like that. But
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Right.
yeah, I could imagine meeting somebody in an airport and becoming friends with them, like just a chance encounter that you were somewhere
Uh-huh.
stranded with somebody and start up a conversation because of, that you're having to wait or whatever. I could see me doing that. But
Uh-huh.
uh, some people aren't like that. They wouldn't even travel alone because they would be too afraid of, you know,
Uh-uh.
being by themselves. Like, not me. If I really wanted to do it, I would do it.
Oh shoot. I would fly from California to Indiana when I was like 8. I would travel alone. Fly from California to Indiana. And we'd have to
Wow.
go through O'Hare Airport and
Yes.
they just put me on a plane and off I go. That's when you had to dress up to go on an airplane. Remember that? You had to
Hmm.
dress to the nines to get on an airplane.
Oh, well, at least people thought you did. I don't know that you had to, but there was definitely a dress code. You didn't see people in pajamas and shorts like you do
Oh, yeah.
nowadays.
Well, that's when they had stewardesses too. The stewardesses dressed to the nines. So everybody, you know, put on their Sunday bests
Yeah.
because the stewardesses had the hats and the dress and their certain shoes, and you had to be a certain height, you had to be a certain weight. It was an ordeal.
Ah, there you are. Okay, put your finger there, Echo. Go back and get one and put it there. I had seen this W before, and then, oh, and there's another one right by it. And then when I went to get the diamond and come back, I couldn't find it. It's like, where are you? Yes,
Uh-oh.
yes, yes. Got it, got it, got it. That's what I like about doing it. When you find them and you get them in the right place, and you're like, oh, I did it. It's like, yay, success. I got it in the right hole. Yeah, I have to laugh at my daughter though, because she'll she'll say things, or she has in the past, about my plants. Like I'm a crazy plant lady because I'll talk to my plants and stuff. Now she's into plants, and I was over there the other day. And she was like, "You got to see my plants." I was like, "I've seen your plants," and she's like, "No, they're growing." Are you a crazy plant lady now?
That's so cool.
It's so funny though. And then I used to all the time look at the markdown rack of the plants, and the plant would be almost dead
Okay.
and look really nasty and everything. And I would be like, I rescued the plant. I'm going to try to save it. So what does she do? Now she does the same exact thing. And she's like, guess what I did? I'm like, I don't know. What'd you do? I rescued a plant. I'm like, oh, good for you. But it's so funny because she used to give me such grief about it, and now she's becoming me. Is what's happening. Don't tell her that though; she'll be horrified. She's going to become me.
Growing plants are addicting. They are.
I never could grow anything up north when I lived in Indiana. Everything I tried died, and
Oh, okay.
I did. My dad and my brother both. They can grow anything, but I could not. And then when I moved down here,
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, I am going to figure this out and try to grow stuff. And it's so different here because we have a different climate. And once I figured it out for how to grow
Oh,
things here,
yeah.
I think I could have grown things up there had I, learned about it, but I didn't know. And then once I got the first couple things to grow, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I want to do this. And I actually
Yeah.
joined a little plant swapping group that we would meet like once a month, and everybody would bring starts off their plants, and then you'd swap with somebody who had something different than you had, and then you have new little plants to start
Uh-huh.
growing. And it was so much fun. I don't know whatever happened. Probably the baby came along and I didn't have time. But before that, that was something I really liked doing.
Oh, it was about that time?
It was before the baby. So that's probably when I stopped doing it after the baby was. Yeah, that was back when I was trying to wrap my head around being retired, when I didn't want to be retired, and
Right.
trying to figure out what to do with my time, what to do with myself. I can't imagine working now, but thank God I don't have to. Although I probably could do it better now than I could have when I first got retired. My stamina is getting so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things about you have changed a lot just in the short time I've known you.
I know it. I've
Physically,
definitely,
mentally,
and
emotionally.
yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of changing, and I didn't know that all that was going to happen with the weight loss surgery. I knew I was going to change, but I didn't know I was going to change in some of the ways that I've changed, which is all for the better. Um, but it it was masking a lot of things. It was the main focus, and I couldn't really focus on other things because of that. And once that started to
Uh huh.
change, I was able to see other things more clearly and realize that it's all
And that's
interconnected.
probably another reason why I was there.
Yep.
Uh huh.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Part of your
Yeah.
wall.
Yep. And it's funny how if somebody had told me you're going to go through this surgery and this is going to change or that's going to, I would have been like, yeah, no, it won't. But much to my surprise, it does. And I'm sitting here wearing my dangly earrings, and my daughter still can't believe that I went and had my ears re-pierced just because I wanted to be able to wear earrings. Ah, it's like,
I
yep,
love it. I
I
love it.
love
I
it
notice.
too.
I notice every time you work. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, that's not something that was even on my radar, let alone that it would be something that I get such joy out of doing, not something at all. And I had convinced myself that there was certain styles of clothing that I just didn't like. It wasn't that I didn't like them, they didn't
Uh
look
huh.
right for me, or I couldn't find them in my size or whatever. And that it changes the way that you feel about a lot of things, um, that you don't realize it's going to change.
Uh huh.
And I guess that's why some people
Oh
do
yeah.
it and
I
are
believe it.
successful, and some people do it nothing changes, because there's more work to be done than just
Yeah.
losing weight. And if you don't do the other work, you're not going to have
Yeah.
as good of outcome with the weight loss. And I think that's where people run into trouble. They think it's a magic fix, that having the surgery is going to take care of everything else, and it doesn't. You still have to take care of the other problems. Matter of fact, with me, I could see the other problems better than I could before the surgery, you know.
Right.
So thinking it was all going to go away, I never thought that. But I didn't think I would change in the ways that I've changed. So, It is funny though, you know, how you just your whole mindset just changes overnight and you're like, what? Where are these thoughts coming from? What am I thinking? Why am I thinking this?
Right?
But so
Yeah.
many things that,
All of a
even
sudden, these different thoughts come to your head.
just getting to know myself and allowing myself to be who I really am and accepting myself for whoever that might be instead of thinking there's something wrong with me and I got to be, if I could be more like so and so, I could be happy, you know? No, I got to be more like me to be happy.
Uh-huh.
But when you don't know who you are, that's hard to do,
Yeah.
you know? Mm.
Yeah. And you can be envious of others. It does happen.
But I think that's also the easy fix, like instead of fixing myself, I'll just become like this person or that person, instead of actually figuring out what it is about yourself you don't
Right.
like or what it is you want yourself to like
Do
or be
like,
like, you know.
yeah, you just switching masks.
Yeah, and that
That's all.
doesn't really solve anything. Ultimately you would still feel
No.
like something was wrong with you because it would be wrong with you because you would not be being authentic. You would be being somebody else or trying to be somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's part of it, that you have to be willing to accept whoever it is you figure out that you are instead of,
Right.
well, if I figure out that I'm this person and I don't like that person, then I want to be somebody other than that person instead of saying, okay, this is who I am. Why is it I don't like certain things about myself? And then to be able to, you know, start to work on those things and say, oh, okay, it's not as bad as I thought. I can work with that, or whatever it is. But I think, we want it to come so fast and to be so easy, not that you have to put work into it. Just like
Right.
even me feeling like, I didn't love myself. It's like, why can't I? What is it that's wrong that makes me not want to love myself at all? And then once you do start loving yourself, you feel like,
Right.
well, nobody's ever going to do anything to me again because I love myself so much. I'll be a fighter. I'll be, I wouldn't let anything happen to myself again. But then you look back at things and think, gosh, how did I let these things happen? How did this happen? All right, now I'm ready for
Exactly.
N, which is, I guess that's like
You
a
think,
dark,
oh, I was better than that. What was I thinking?
it's a dark blue. Dark
That's so
blue.
pretty, honey. That is so pretty.
I messed up when I opened these colors. I didn't label them because I didn't take my labels with me on vacation. And so now I'm having to like, is it this color or is it that color? It's like not exactly sure what number it is, but I think it's a dark blue. So I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to hope that is the right color.
Gotta give it a
But
try, huh?
like I said, if anybody gets close enough to look at it and say that it's wrong, they're looking a little too closely. And they will not
Right?
be they'll be like, I'm sorry, but you should not be looking at my picture that closely to see that mistake. I used to always tell Allison that if somebody got close enough to, see something and say something negative about her, that she could kick them because they were just a little too close. Nobody should get that close to you that they're going to be able to tell, you know. Although she never did kick anybody. She was a good kid. She didn't take any of the craziness that I said to heart. Now,
Oh,
Anais
that's
would.
good.
Anais would be like, my granny said I could kick you, so I think you're a little too close. And she would haul off and kick him. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. She was telling me that she didn't like this one little girl in her class. And so I was asking her questions, why she doesn't like her. She said, well, she keeps coming to the cooking center. They have like a little kitchen area. And she said,
Uh-huh.
I like to go to the cooking area. And she always comes over there. And then as we were talking, figured out that this little girl sits at her table with her, and they send them to the different centers by table. So the little girl is not going over there to bother on
Okay.
East. That's where she's supposed to be going. But Anna East feels like she should be over there. I'm like, she has every right to be there just like you do, honey. And then I'm like, is she mean to
Right.
you? Does she take a toy from your hand when you're playing with it? Or, and I'm bringing up all these different scenarios. And she's like, no. I said, well, then what is it you don't like about her? She follows me to the cooking center. And I'm like, okay, but everybody at your table follows you. Yes, and everybody else is okay. It's just this one little girl she don't want over there. I'm like, I don't think you can do anything about that.
Wow. Okay.
But it's funny to me, but not to her. I don't like her. I'm like, okay. You don't have to like everybody, but I told her you have to be nice to her. Can't be mean just because you don't like her.
Uh-huh. But we all have that. We all have somebody that, for no particular reason, they just make you feel wrong.
Yeah.
But we're still polite. Crossover.
Well,
Hi. Welcome.
hi, Jonathan. How you doing? Oops. Yeah, that's something you have to learn how to, get along with people even when you don't like
Yeah.
them. Because Lord knows there's plenty of people that don't like me. And that's okay. They don't have to like me.
Us.
Well, you, me, anybody. I mean,
Well,
you don't have to. You don't have to
well,
like
and then
everybody.
back to the Walmart thing. You can make a lot of enemies working with the public. You can make a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
enemies. Nobody's happy with your answer or how you respond. I'm like, then why did you ask me?
Yeah.
You knew how my answer was going to be, and you knew you weren't going to like it. So why did you ask me?
Well, my thing was always, um, when they would threaten, well, I'll never shop in here again. Sometimes I'd want to say, well, good, because you're a pain in the butt. I'm glad. You need to go to Target.
Uh-huh.
And it was always like people that shopped in Publix and Target, they would never pull the stuff they pull at Walmart in those stores. It's like, you dress
Uh-huh.
better to go in those stores, you behave better in those stores. It's like, what the heck is wrong with Walmart? That you got to
Uh-huh.
come in here and act a fool, you know? Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But that's how they would do. They were definitely like Walmart
Yeah.
was.
When I worked a big box, they would say to me, I would say, well, we don't have that part in here right now, but we should be getting it in the next day or two. Well, I'll just go to whatever the competitor is, the competitor.
Yeah.
And I would, well, okay, well, thank you. And I would turn around and walk away. I thought, once you tell me you're going someplace else,
This conversation's over.
I have things to do. I'm done with you.
Especially if you
Then
don't have
because I walked away and I thought, you just told me you we're leaving.
Oh, I got in trouble
Oh yeah,
one
then they were
time,
really upset.
or the lady thought she was going to
What?
get me in trouble because she said that she didn't want a can of something, beans or something, and I supposedly took the can and slammed it down on the counter, and was, in other words, was being mean towards her about her not wanting the can of
Uh-huh.
whatever. And we had video cameras at every register, but not sound. But you could tell by body language, what had happened or whatever. And when they called me in the
Right.
office about it, I was like, "Well, did you look at the video?" And they're like, "No, do we need to look at the video?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because she's lying. You look at the video." I said, "Okay, no problem." Took the can and set it to the side. I barely lifted it up off of the belt to set it over to the side. So there's no way that I slammed it down. And it was no skin off my teeth if she didn't want that can of beans. It didn't bother me none. It's like, why is she making a big deal out of
Right.
acting like I was being disrespectful to her because she didn't want a can of beans? It
Right.
didn't make a bit of sense. I'm like, I'm not stupid.
And it's a
I'm
can
not,
of beans, for heaven's sake. It's not
yeah,
a big deal.
no. And it's like I
You put it
wouldn't
in the
get
go
mad
backs
about
and you move on.
something like that anyway. I mean, I had plenty of big issues that I didn't get mad about. So why would I get mad at that? I don't know. She just was having a bad day, I
Right.
guess. But then too, I worked in that time
But
when if you complained about things, a lot of times they give you a gift card to
oh yeah.
apologize, you know. And so a lot of times people would get upset
Oh
and
yeah.
say things just to try to get a gift card out of somebody, you know. And
Yeah.
it didn't really matter if it was true or not. But then I also worked with managers who would be like, yeah, no,
Right.
Echo's not like that. Echo wouldn't have done that. But then I always had that one that didn't know me that well and would be like, well, we got a complaint. I'd be like, all right, look at the video. We'll talk after you see the video because I'm telling you, I know I'm on camera and I know I didn't do nothing.
Great.
And then they'd be like, okay, yeah. Like, oh, it's like I said, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do something on the camera to get myself in trouble. And you
Yeah.
had those
Now it's
kind
on
of,
the manager to give,
yeah,
give the gift card. It's not because of that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And after a
The
while,
manager's there for a while would just hand stuff out all the
yes,
time.
yes, that was the policy at our store. Oh, somebody's upset, give them a gift card. How much will it take for them not to be upset with us?
Uh-huh.
It's like, well, they may be upset because they
Uh-huh.
did something wrong. It's not necessarily we did anything to them or, you know, but that used to always irritate me to death.
I think that's when Yelp started kicking in real hard on bad Yelp, reviews and stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I've always had a problem at other, businesses with poor customer service because I worked in customer service for so many years. I know what good customer service is and I know what bad customer service is. And I used to complain all the time. And my daughter would be like, oh, please don't complain. And I'm like, look, some things, management needs to know about some of this stuff. I mean, you don't want to try to do it just to get somebody in trouble, but if it's hurting their business, then I think they deserve to know,
Right.
you know. But I've chilled out
Yeah.
a lot about it because
I was
now I
always the
know
way about waitresses.
it's just the way people are here in the South. They are just slow and they don't get in a hurry for nothing. And I mean, I was
Oh,
raised in
drives me
Indiana where
insane.
things are faster paced, you know. Oh, I just found a black one I missed.
Mama four boys. That's good. Hi, honey.
Hi, Mama.
It is
Four
pretty hot.
toys. I just spilled my diamonds. Ah,
That butterfly is just gorgeous.
thank you.
What happened?
I found a black one that I missed, and I got one black diamond I'm trying to pick up. But then in the process of that, I spilled my tray
Oh.
of the ones I was working on. So now I'm going to have
Oh
to
no.
pick that up. And now I'm hoping I can find my, there it is, find the one I missed. Oh, goodness. Get off of there. Yeah, I don't know how people do it when they have such big ones and they have so many diamonds, you know. It's like, golly, how do you not make a mess?
And so many colors and so many shading, so much shading.
See, and when I get down and really look at it, that's when I find mistakes, you know, find ones that I've missed or find one in a wrong color somewhere. And then you have to like sit there and go over it. And there's another N. There you go. And I've got it upside down. So I'm looking at the letters upside down. But you can still tell what they are. Come on. Gotta be a few more of y'all out there. I see some W's over there that I missed earlier. And there's an N. Okay, good. And there's another N. All right. Let's get these N's done. Oh, I found about 5 or 6 of them. This is going to be really pretty when I'm done, though. It has so
Oh, it's
many
gorgeous now.
colors. It really does have a lot of pretty shades of the colors, you know. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I think that's the roughest part is you take your eye off it for a second and then you can't remember where it was at. Okay, I see another W. I've seen about
Right.
3 W's that I missed. I got to go back and get some more black. Get the black out and do those. Just have a couple of them I missed. Oh, that's not black. That's brown. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to look real wrong.
Yeah. It's like, okay, be careful. I got to put this one back. It's like, get in there.
Oh, you do? Okay. Other has dinner ready.
Oh,
So
yummy, yummy.
he cooked me dinner. I thought I was smelling something in my house. I know. Isn't that a nice treat?
Yes.
I don't even have to leave. I'm in my own home. So, okay.
Well,
Did you want to keep going?
enjoy.
I'll just let it run if you want.
No,
can do
it's all right.
your thing,
I'll go ahead and get off. But go enjoy your dinner. This was fun. We'll talk about Sunday during the week, and we'll figure out what it is we're going to
Okay.
do. All right. Thank y'all so much for coming in and watching. It was fun. All right.
I love you all. fall. Thank you.
Remember what I always say, try to make today just a little bit better than yesterday. I love you.